What's up, everyone? Welcome to Gin and Sofa, the podcast.
Wait, is that Batman?
No, it's Blankman.
Oh, let's discuss. All right, Chris, I got a question.
Lay it on me.
So I was wondering the other day, what do you think? Okay, here's how I want to phrase it. What do you think you are more likely to get to the end of?
Okay.
Are you more likely to finish out a pen till the ink runs up?
Okay.
Or finish a chapstick?
Okay. So this is a great question. Here's the thing about the pen. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch it to pencil.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
I just
use a mechanical pencil. I knew you were gonna say that.
But I can't ever think of a time ever where I completely used a pen or pencil. I can't ever think of a time. You either lose them,
Someone steals it,
someone takes it, it just, you never get to the end.
Right.
I have gotten to the end of chapstick.
That's like an amazing feat.
Well, yeah.
It's a rare feat because I think maybe once, maybe twice in my life I've ever reached the end of a chapstick.
Is that because you lose it or just like...
Yeah, so I think what happens is I use it more frequently in the fall and winter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a jacket somewhere. And then
you have to go to another.
I wear a coat for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, there's this and you already bought another one that you like better. And you're just like, this is just here.
Let me just toss this.
Or you might lose it. You might put it somewhere in your car and it rolls underneath the seat or something, and you're like, shit, where is it? I can't find it.
Okay. The chapstick, I finish a lot of chapstick actually, because I don't carry chapstick normally. What I do is I have it strategically placed.
I started doing that.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I have one on my nightstand. I have one in my pocket. I have one in my car.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
center console. And then I have one in my uniform.
Yeah.
In case
Yeah. You need some on the uniform.
Yeah, and then so I have 4.
Okay.
Or at one point.
Yeah.
All over the place. But I think that does help. But then again, you're spreading out your chapstick usage over 4 sticks.
It's longer to...
You are 4 times long life.
But I have still had to replace chapstick versus a pen or a pencil. Bro, I don't even... I can't even remember the last time I checked for lead.
Mm-hmm.
I just forget the pencil exists and have to find a new pencil.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even if you just use a pen, it's like you said, I think the other day, I actually finished one of those pens.
You finished a pen?
Yeah, but it sits on the table all the time. This one of the
How long do you think you had that pen?
Months. 6 months, maybe?
6 months.
Not too long.
Okay.
But I started writing down a lot of stuff for the podcast and whatever. So
frequent pen user.
Yeah, and I made sure it was I didn't make sure, but it was always on the table.
Yeah.
And it's there.
And you were just like, huh, I finished a pen.
Yeah, wow. And then I was I don't remember the last time I did this. Because usually the problem with the pen is you're mobile with it.
Do you think the last time you finished a pen was high school?
Before that?
Yeah.
I don't think. Damn, dude. I don't even.
You also had to probably write a lot of stuff down for your job,
yeah. So we had to do, but it was pencils and power school and stuff. So I never really was
getting to the end of
shit. When did I use a pen? No, I don't remember.
It's been that long that
yeah, and always, but I use pens for paperwork on the ship, but that's when pens go missing because people steal pens all the time, and it was almost like drugs. It's you got my pen? I recognize that pen, dude.
You know what's interesting to me? I think there are two kinds of people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
There are pen losers and pen finders / stealers.
Pen stealers, pen losers.
Because I'm gonna give some people the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give some people the benefit of the doubt and assume that maybe I left a pen somewhere and they oh, nice, new pen.
All right,
and,
that's a good question, though.
Yeah.
What would you do? You're just hanging... You're just
I've never taken someone else's
I don't know how your office is set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Like you're just going around and like this pen is, let's say it's been there for like a day or two.
Yeah, it's like at the copier or something
Yeah, it's
like
just been
that.
sitting on the side. Like someone may have dropped it back there. They didn't notice, right? And now
Yeah.
they're frantically looking at home or something. But it's in like the little slit, and you're just like on the side of it, and you just happen to see it.
Yeah.
And it's a good pen. It's not like an expensive pen, but it's like, what's your favorite pen? I like the V2s, or G2s.
So
I know you're a pencil user.
Yeah, I'm a pencil user. I will say one of you two, you or producer Brandy, has a pen that has a fine enough point that I would actually use that pen. One of you two has like a really fine point
pen. Is it
pen.
pink or is it black? Like not the ink, but the pen itself.
I can't remember the last time I used it, but I needed to write something down really fast, and I used one of the pens, and it was probably yours, because it was sitting on probably the table. And I know that's where you keep. Yeah, it's where you keep.
You're a pen stealer. Okay.
I'm a pen. See, to answer your question, I'm a pen user, but I will leave it right back where it is.
You're just gonna borrow it.
Yeah.
And bring it back to the tidy
Well, I'm
spot?
I'm not even gonna take it out of its spot. Like I'm only gonna borrow it if it's sitting in front of me.
We both have like .38 pens.
Okay.
So the one that we bought that's out there that you probably found is the G2 .38. So it's like kind of gel, but not really.
Yeah.
But it's like that rollerball kind of technology, I guess.
Technology.
You know.
Excellent pen technology.
Yeah, the other one's a Jetstream pen.
Okay, you're a pen user. Yeah.
Yeah, I use the pen. I'm on the pen.
I'm on the pen. You're a pen user. Would you use, like, when you leave the Navy? Will you get like will you invest in a really fancy, like a nice, like, because you probably won't encounter people necessarily where you're going to lose your pen or someone's going to steal your pen very often.
No,
because it's like goofy, right? Like dudes that are like, my dad used to do that.
I think it's weird. My dad did it too.
Dads love
me
pens.
A pen for boot camp. Yeah,
dads love pens.
Stop. And they had my name on it. I was like, no, dude.
I was like, I do not want to be seen with a pen.
And here's the worst part about it, though, is like it's so thick, man. It was like a 0.7, dude.
Those boomers love. Thick. Gen Xers, boomers, they love thick pens.
They love thick pens. I want you to see what I can write from a mile away, please. Like,
I want big.
I put my grocery list down. I want you to know I'm buying milk. Damn it.
I want to be able to read the guys in front of me list when he's like looking at bread. I want to be like, oh, you forgot eggs, bro.
You're on the wheat bread, huh? I see.
She specifically asked for wheat.
Yeah, if you can see my writing, it's a thick pen.
Thick pen.
Thick pen. I just all the custom ones are always thick pens.
They are.
Like I like thin.
I think of like fountain pens, like the kind you have to like.
There's a guy at the shipyard.
Fountain penner.
He has a fountain penner. He's got like like the jars of ink.
Ooh.
Like a blue and a red and a black. He just like dips it the quill.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's too much work.
Quick first ever dope or dumb fountain pens.
All right, dope or dumb, everyone. So we're gonna do this thing now. What's this? Introduce it. Dope or dumb we're gonna bring up a topic.
Yeah.
Is it dope?
Is it dumb?
Is it dumb?
We might disagree. We might agree. And then we want you guys to tell us what you think.
Yeah.
If it's dope or dumb.
So with dope or dumb fountain pens.
Fountain pens.
Dumb.
So not a big dick move to have a fountain pen.
To me, it looks like you like wasting your time.
Yeah,
writing.
You look kind of dorky. I think pens are kind of goobery.
Yeah, you look like.
There's no cool way to read. Like when I'm signing a paper, I'm the guy that's like, "Hey, does anyone have a pen? I didn't come prepared with a pen."
I will say though, I would have my own pen. Because I hate looking, because then I'm asking for a pen to sign something, and someone hands me a thick pen, and I'm like, and then I'll be like, "Is this all you got? You have another pen in your pocket?
Can you take that back?" Actually?
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna sign with my blood. Cause
Anybody else?
Cut my wrist and just sprinkle on it, because this is gross. I think definitely dumb on the fountain, because what are you doing? We don't live in 1700 anymore, bro.
Yeah,
What are you going?
I'm also going dumb.
Okay.
The only time I would think a fountain pen is dope, is I'm talking about a billionaire CEO sitting on his like yacht, has has like a freaking
It's like
like emerald.
It's like a diamond
pen. Diamond pen, and like each like stroke of it is like is like oil.
I was gonna say the blood of the companies he killed to become rich.
Yeah, and like
the employees he ignores, he just draws blood out of them.
When I say dope, I hope everyone knows that like we don't support billionaires here.
Unless I become one.
Yeah, unless we become one, then billionaires rule.
Billionaires rule. Was it 3 Comma Club?
3 Comma Club, yeah. Silicon Valley. Excellent ref. Good okay, I think we're at a consensus. Fountain pens, dumb.
Chris, you see what you got in front of you?
I do.
Nice little aperitif in your glass. Nice I don't know, cocktail.
Yeah.
So you have any idea what it is? Of course you do. We talked about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna match the shirt you're wearing.
It does.
What shirt are you wearing, Chris?
I'm wearing a excellent Blankman tee, the official
Blankman t-shirt.
The official Blankman t-shirt.
And it looks wonderful. I dig it.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
I like the black shirt underneath. It's good.
Yeah, I'm doing accent. This. The curl of the
sleeve roll up.
The sleeve roll up.
That's nice.
I thought it did a little. It works only because like the blank.
The logo's black. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
But thank you for pointing that out. But the drink you said is going to relate to the shirt.
The drink relates to Blankman because if you haven't seen the movie, you're wrong, and you need to go see it. But in the movie, Blankman has an assistant robot named J5.
J5.
All right, and J5 is just this like jankety robot he invented. So basically, we'll get more into it in a little bit, but like the background story is that like the character invented a lot of shit, right? With like spare parts around this house and stuff. And one of those was J5. And so we decided to make a drink in honor of the movie. We're going to call it the J5. And it's just spare parts.
Yeah.
But all the ingredients start with J.
Yep.
So we tried our best to make something drinkable with J ingredients. And it's drinkable.
It's drinkable. It's drinkable.
It's drinkable.
It's like I was saying. Well, actually, before I tell you what I think about it, because part of the flavor profile is what I think about it.
Okay.
What are those 5 J's?
Okay, so I'm going to list the ingredients. I'll just tell you how we made it, and then you can tell me what you think. So first, the base liquor is Jose Cuervo Blue.
First J.
I know you love that one.
Yeah, the favorite? Blue agave.
Blue agave, and Jose starts with J. So boom, that's 1 J. We put some apple juicy juice in it.
Juicy juice. 2 J's.
2 J's. We're gonna capitalize on the J's here. And then we stirred it up, some ice, get it nice and chilled. Poured it in a glass, and we put it's Navy Hill tonic water, but it's juniper flavored. J. Juniper. And then filled. So I put about 2 ounces of that, and then I put up like maybe another 2-3 ounces of. I can't say it. Jarritos?
Yeah.
Jarritos?
I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jarritos?
Jarritos. It's
the soda from Mexico, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And we used the tamarind flavor because it just looked different.
Yeah. We had never heard of that fruit.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So that fruit, like to me, tastes like honey for some reason.
Yeah. Okay.
So this drink to me really just tastes like a honey apple, and then like, yes, you really do feel the tequila and like really taste the tequila. Like you said, I really like Jose Cuervo. So like I kind of like the apple tequila honey-esque. I don't know how else to describe it. Like flavor. Yeah, like it's not a bad flavor profile.
Yeah. So like. You ever smell like cheap I'm not saying it's cheap,
sure,
but like a margarita.
Yeah.
And you can smell the tequila. That's what I get out of this.
Yeah.
And then I take a sip and like it tastes so strong. Like I'm so like thankfully I swallowed a big June bug before we started the podcast. And I got enough food in me, so
another J.
Yeah, slap a June bug in there. There you go.
Yeah. So are you not a tequila guy, like at all?
I don't think so. I think I found out that I just don't really. I think maybe
Like do you like a margarita? Like if you were, we went to Don't Look Back a lot in Richmond.
Yeah, I like a margarita.
You like a margarita? So there's tequila.
I like a margarita. I think it's one of those, like, gin is also the same way though, but like if you get like lower end,
Yeah,
you can tell the difference. You know, like
real good tequila is probably okay with you, but like the normal tequila or like what you would normally get is like
Jose Cuervo, other brands. I can't remember.
Montezuma, I believe is the name.
Montezuma. What's the other one? Hornitos.
The one that I do like. Well, I also don't mind Hornitos, but the one that I do like, Espolon.
Espolon?
Yeah,
Espolon's good.
So I feel like Espolon for sure is definitely, like, for you, anything above that is probably going to be good versus anything below that line. It's your Mendoza line of tequila.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just also, I think, that one's got a blue agave. Honestly, I think we're tasting the agave.
Okay.
I think. So, some of those ones, also they have, like, smoked ones. Or,
sure.
And all that shit. And gold and silver. But I think it's like, I just think sometimes when you pay more, you don't get anything different.
Yeah.
Tequila's one that you do get.
Okay.
Quality.
What's one where, like, if you paid more, you really don't, like, could you taste the difference in, like, a Grey Goose and a Burnett's?
Yeah. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it's like almost every liquor apparently is like noticeable.
I think it's really noticeable in liquor because, like, I bet the difference is in, like, things like filtration.
Yeah.
You know
like
what I mean?
The quality of their shit.
Yeah, like what they actually invest. Because, like, there does become a line. Like, if we were to go to the fanciest restaurant, the best chef gave you $100 hamburger. Do you think the $100 hamburger would be any different than, like, a $25 hamburger at a really nice gastropub?
I don't know. So have you ever heard of I think there's a video out there, some guy that does that shit. He had like a $10 steak, $30 steak, a $60 steak, and like $100 and like whatever. He kept going up, right? And he would like explain it.
Sure.
And he was like, there's a major difference between the $10 and the $30, and then like the 30 to 60. But then like it got to a point where like you can't,
like, a normal person really can't.
Right. You really, like, once you start paying, there's like a threshold, like there's your Mendoza line of the money,
Yeah.
Like, the fact that, like, it's like you reach a point where you're not really paying enough. You're not like you're paying too much for what the difference is.
Sure.
And you're right, like you're not a trained like food critic, so you're just kind of like tastes like good steak to me, Like,
it's all just good steak.
just good. I'll have more of it, please.
Yes, please. Yeah, I would love to do that. Just like have that job where he just like, oh yeah, I'll try all those different steaks.
I'll try it all. I'll do it for the greater good.
Yeah, I
mean, maybe you just go up to Jose Cuervo and be like, hey guys, you should be like concerned about the quality of your shit and your filtration.
It's that actually seems, because I like it. That could be.
No, I'm not. Okay, I don't really mean to like shit on your
no
your favorite beverage. I'm just saying,
no. I think it's just that my palate isn't as refined. So like, I don't mind it.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think just like it's all just acquired.
That's
I
probably
guess
true,
I'm saying that. I think I just agreed with you in a back ass way. I just think it changes as you grow up. Yeah. Now that we're young, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like, 5 years ago, I didn't like gin as like much as I like now.
Yeah, that's true. I think it does come down to just when you taste something and what you feel like tasting that one time, and then you're like, wait, I suddenly get the appeal of like I used to hate broccoli. Now it's one of my all-time favorite just things to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and like, when did that happen? You never really quite know.
You never remember.
Yeah.
You just remember all of a sudden you just keep ordering more broccoli.
Yeah.
Instead of like green beans.
All of a sudden it's like your mom's like, hey, I made broccoli. And you're like, good.
I think I'll be there. I think I'll join you for dinner.
That sounds excellent. All right, so you explained how the drink relates to the topic today, which is we're going to review Blankman. And I just want to point out that this is actually the first time I saw the movie, and
Right.
you are the one that introduced me to it. So I'm actually curious. After watching it, I want to know the story of how your first time seeing this movie was.
I mean, like, I just remember being a kid, man. I remember being a kid, and I think like my mom was like really big on like stars, like the network.
Oh, I was like, just like, was she reading like People and
Astronomy,
stuff?
you know, the world,
Yeah.
galaxies. No, like, so she like, I think it was honestly probably cheaper than like HBO
Yeah.
at the time, and then like, funny how the world changes, you know, and like Stars was like always getting like movies and stuff that were, they like
Different.
yeah, I don't want to say like I don't want to say obscure, but like not as popular.
Sure.
And so like we'd have Stars, and they do this thing where they would just like show. You know, honestly, I'm gonna really think about it. I think my mom was like a trial jumper.
Oh, we'll jump between like Stars,
So,
Cinemax,
you
HBO.
get like a week or two of
Yeah.
like something, and then like it's just like we gotta watch everything that's available on Stars for a week. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And then like then we gotta move on to Showtime, and you know whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think HBO never really gave out trials like that. So
I think they do one free weekend a year because I
Yeah.
remember that convinced my
And then,
mom.
dude, you know what's crazy? I definitely remember. Did like the cable guy ever come out and like fuck around with the thing outside? Because there's like a little like like box,
yeah,
like, covered in like green metal.
yeah.
I don't know. And then like I just remember like sometimes they forget to like turn off the free trial. They turn so like
They
she
turned it on and on.
yeah. So like they come around. I don't even know if this is real, but I just remember as a kid, this is what my mom would be saying. She's like, "Oh shit, the cable guy's here. I think he's turned off the HBO." And she's like flips to the channel. She's like, "No, we're still good. You must have forgot us again." And then like, and then she's
It's
like,
like, wait a
"Motherfuckers out there, cutting that shit off." And I was like, "Oh no, put on my movie."
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I just remember Blankman being one of those movies that was like on.
All right.
And you know, I'm a kid.
Were you actually invited to watch it, or was this one of those where you kind of watched behind your parents?
I invited. I guess it was just on.
It was just on. Okay.
It might have found it because I was just like, you know, sometimes my mom was like working or something, and I was just like at home, and so we watched it, and like, as a kid, it definitely so it gives. It's funny because it kind of gives off a little superhero vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, it looked like a suit. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I don't get the whole grand scheme of the movie. I just see a guy with a cape.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he's fighting crime. So I'm just like,
Hell
well,
yeah.
yeah, like hell yeah, brother, hell yeah,
Hell yeah, Blankman.
you know, and you're like, get him. And then so like, I enjoyed it as a kid, and it was just goofy.
Yeah.
And then of course it was never available in anything, and then you never saw it. So I was like, let's watch it.
Let's do it.
So
Okay.
seeing it in the present day, how do you feel?
I gotta say, I really liked it. I here's the thing I wanted to say about the movie.
Okay.
You and I watched Waterboy recently.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. You and I tried to watch
didn't get very far.
Waterboy
Didn't
recently. Like you, me, and producer Brandy, it was on, and we literally changed the channel.
Yeah. But thank God we found Bring It On. Man.
Yeah, bring it on.
Righteous.
But so I felt like Blankman, the characters were similar in a way, but like the way that the Wayans tackled that sort of character was so different. So like it's like it holds up. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean like this is similar?
Like I know that Bobby Boucher in The Waterboy maybe has like a mental handicap versus like in Blankman he's more just like dorky and like
kind of like
nerdy,
not popular,
like social anxiety and like
okay.
kind of like
Sure.
so like they tackled like having an outsider character. Yeah. They tackled that in such a better way than like, hey, this dude's like dumb. They were like, hey, this dude's just weird. A little different. Different's a better word.
Like is a very like what's an opposite of detriment?
I don't,
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
But I want to say a better word than compliment.
yeah, it's an added bonus to
it's a showing of how like genius the Wayans brothers can be.
Yeah.
And they're making their movies because like they actually found a way, you know, and it is kind of slapsticky, kind of goofy.
Yeah.
You know, the humor's silly, but like they still can do that without like degrading people,
punching down, or
that's like you'll find out probably real quick that I just don't like Adam Sandler movies. And like I like his really early stuff, but like he just started going downhill real fast.
Yeah.
Because he thought that like the humor was like it's so like punching down. Is the best way to say it. And that's like, and he just kept like going on and on and on it. And it's like, dude, come on, man.
I agree.
And especially now, like when you watch, like we watched it, and it was like, this is bad. This is
like we literally couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
so, it was bad, but we definitely finished Blankman.
Genius.
Yeah,
it's a showing of their genius that they Wayans can just brothers. Like, they even did it with Major Payne, which is a fantastic film.
Yeah,
because he's like PTSD basically, and they did the way of like making it like funny. It's weird because they could do it where like it's a serious issue. But as a kid, you kind of don't see that side of the movie until you're an adult, and you can see the grand like.
Yeah, you're like, okay, what they're really saying is like this dude's kind of
crazy.
Yeah.
But so like the same with Dwayne in the movie is like he's closeted. His grandma takes care of him.
Yeah.
Until she Well, she gets killed.
She gets killed.
I'll tell you, we're reviewing it, so it's going down.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad giving spoilers for movies that have been out for
30 years.
His grandmother is killed.
Yeah, she's murdered.
Yeah.
She didn't just die. She got murdered.
She got murdered.
And so like it was like a catalyst to make him, even though he uses Blankman as a facade to go out and branch out and become a hero, but he needed that push.
Yeah.
From his grandma dying.
Yeah.
And so they used that, and that, it's clever.
Yeah.
Shitty, but clever.
Yeah, I think they also, it's funny because like you're describing like what, the subtext of what's happening. And it's like, I remember the scene, and it like takes place in McDonald's, and like he's like working behind the counter, and David Allen Grier runs up, he's like, he just killed grandma. You know what I mean?
Remember this? He's the one we found out the guy who killed grandma. He's like, this is the whole reason you're doing this, or something, like.
So like it's funny because like it's funny because you're describing like, hey, this is what he's saying, and then it's like when you watch the movie,
you don't think it's just what's happening. Yeah,
it's like hey, it's happening in this really weird like funny like
I think it's like because that's the best part about it to me is that
exactly
is that he's an everyday dude.
Yeah,
and he just happens to like invent a solution that makes like clothes like bulletproof.
Yeah.
And he gets this idea, and an idea and motivation. And that's, and then like you just say he like, it's like I don't want to say it's like inspiration, because I don't want like children just deciding to fight crime, like a vigilante.
Yeah.
But, like it gives like people maybe more like you're a shy kid.
Sure.
You get a little more gumption to
further that. To break out. Yeah, exactly. Break out.
Blankman can do it, I can do it.
I agree.
But I mean,
so I remember two scenes in the movie.
Excuse me.
That I specifically wanted to bring up, and I wanted to know your thoughts on them. First is we got to talk about the boy J5.
Our boy J5. We do.
Rest in peace, J5. I feel like we can say that now that we're not reviewing the drink.
How come we never fixed J5, Blankman?
I know, bro. You built him. You can fix him.
Hanging there, bro. You blew up, and you're like, all right.
All right, bye.
Well, he did scream in pain.
Yeah.
I still think like he should have been able to fix him up.
Yeah. I was a little let down that Blankman didn't want to fix J5, but
J5
I feel like
his life, bro.
Yeah. J5 saved his life. J5, you're the real Blankman.
Yeah, you're the real hero.
Yeah. No, but
what scene were you
with J5?
No, what were you gonna like? You said you had a couple scenes you wanted to bring up.
So, the first scene I remember of being like, this is like, I wanted to know if this is the line of like, okay, this is how far you can get away with being slapstick.
Okay.
You remember when like the girl and I'm sorry, I forgot her name already.
I think it's
Veronica Jones. Kimberly Jones. Kimberly.
If I'm wrong, DM us.
Yeah, if we're wrong, DM us. So Kimberly Jones, when she touches him for the first time, or I think kisses him
kisses him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think my boy. Do you take that to mean he orgasmed in his pants, or did you take it to mean he got a boner and that was the first time he had ever gotten a boner? Because that could, Like in my head, I was like,
I went to the boner.
You went to the boner.
I didn't physically go to the boner. I'm just saying, my thought process was like, oh, he's got a boner.
Okay.
He's got a boner.
Okay.
Because he's got a major stiffy.
He's got major stiffy.
Because I think like he was like sheltered.
Yeah.
And lived with his grandma, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
I don't think he's experienced that.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how old he's supposed to be. Mid-20s? Late 30s? You know,
I gotta say that I went immediately jizzed in his pants only because of Lonely Island. They ruined that motion of something's happening down here. I'm like, that dude's definitely jizzing in his pants.
But you did, but he didn't I don't know.
I mean, there wasn't a wet spot.
Oh God, producer Chris on the movie set. Guys, we need to reiterate the jizz on the pants.
Let's wet that spot up.
Yeah, let's get the squirt gun out. All right. Slap some water in that crotch.
Slap some water on it. So that's one of the scenes that I remember.
Yeah, okay, so are you asking me, did I find it cringe? Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I did.
To me, that is the line. I was like, okay, that's not over the line. That could still be a joke necessarily.
I will say that
it's just a bad joke.
It was a bad joke.
Yeah.
But I will say that it was a bit much for me because it went so long.
Oh, it really did. And they did it again.
Yeah. So I feel like someone was like, that's hilarious. We got to slide it in again somehow. And
this is going to be great.
It's going to be great. The second time around, it's going to be even better. You know? But because if it happened in the movie and it happened for 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He goes a little he's this, and he's just and he's done. Everyone's like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And it went for 30, a minute almost.
Yeah, it was.
She just
it was
stared at him what is happening?
I think she laughed.
Yeah, she laughed.
Yeah,
it was cute.
Yeah, and
it was cute banter.
I'm
just jizzing his pants. She's just laughing. Look at that guy jizzing his pants. Look at Blankman jizzing.
Jizz.
Blankman's just jizzing everywhere.
Or boner.
I'm thinking boner.
You're thinking boner. I'm thinking jizz in his pants. You guys watch the scene. I'm sure it's probably.
Let us know if you think it went full jizz or just half.
Full jizz or boner. First boner. The other scene that I remember is when Blankman pulls up on her in that
and it's rail car.
Rail car.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a rail car. I think on the train track.
Yeah. Would you say you were on the train platform she was, and some dude rolled up on you? We'll say an Ana de Armas. And Ana de Armas rolls up on you and is like, "Hey, jump on."
Are you saying Blankman looks like Ana de Armas?
I'm saying that I wouldn't jump on. I don't care if it was Superman, Ana de Armas. I don't care who it was. I am not jumping onto some sketchy, weird thing.
I mean, okay, but what about the context though? She knows that Blankman is Blankman, and she literally set up a meeting with him.
I think there was even that moment of hesitation where she was like, "Can I jump on that?"
Yeah, but I just feel like it's you're gonna go meet Batman. Think of it in that aspect because it was inspired by that the kids were watching Batman.
Yeah.
So you could just even say what if Batman didn't have a Batmobile? He had a fucking train. Like Blankman, literally the same car.
Yeah,
it's got black paint on it, right? So it's polished up, nice. And then he's jump on.
I guess I'm just too paranoid. I'm too paranoid. I'd be like, bro, can we meet in public? Ana de Armas, can we meet in public?
You have faith in Blankman's. Have you seen J5? He saves the damn day. He can invent some shit.
J5 rules. J5 does rule.
I mean, okay, so that's your scenes.
All right. So I actually have a question for you now. Yeah. That actually brought a question to my mind. What do you think? What character should Billy Zane have played in that movie?
Okay. To make it better, or just
not to make it better necessarily. Yeah, to make his mark.
Oh man,
Ooh.
I think he should just damn. This is tough. I was gonna say the crime boss, but he's goofy on purpose.
What about the henchman? The henchman for the crime boss that kills the grandmother.
I just nose beat the microphone. The henchman would have been good.
Yeah,
or
That's a good role for Billy Zane adjacent.
He's got a mayor look.
Ooh, he could be the
could be, like,
mayor.
he's in a
Ooh,
suit, you know?
I forgot about the mayor. That
Yeah.
he could be very selfless on that heroic
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Jason Alexander's character is just too off the wall and crazy
Ooh, true.
on purpose.
I would also
and,
want to keep Jason
and
Alexander.
I also want to keep Jason Alexander in there. So
Yeah.
it's like, however, you made a point to make my point. Whatever. You had made a point for me to make my point.
Sure.
Is the fact that you said when we were watching the movie, you said like the scene where Jason Alexander is like, getting interrogated by the mob dude, the boss.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, is he trying to be like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
badass?
Yeah, like badass,
yeah,
manipulative, because it's just not coming off right way.
You're right. Yeah.
Billy Zane would definitely get that across.
That's true.
Billy Zane would be like, I'm pouring coffee on your face.
Yeah, I agree.
And, like, it wouldn't be like, but then again, I don't think it fits the theme.
Yeah, I think they wanted him to be goofy not intimidating.
Right.
So like but
I think if Billy Zane was J5.
Oh,
that'd be a nice twist.
J5
gets a voice and it's Billy Zane.
Bro.
Yeah. and he
What
wears
about
a purple suit and he's just called Phantom J5.
Billy Zane is the grandmother.
Yeah, and he doesn't die because he fights back.
Yeah, role of a lifetime.
Pop off him. He's like, bitch, I'm Billy Zane,
Yeah.
motherfucker. These bullets don't penetrate greatness.
I could see Billy Zane pulling off a variety of roles in that.
Okay. So let's move forward with this little review then and say we got the cocktail scale.
Okay.
The old cocktail scale.
Okay.
And if you remember, a little recap, what did we do out of 5?
I think, how many cocktails would you need to drink?
Yeah, lower the number better.
Lower the number
style.
better. Yeah.
What are you going to go with here? And why?
I think you could watch it. We did watch it without any cocktails and laughed and had a great time. I think one drink would have made it even funnier. You know what I mean? Like you've got a little laugh going.
You get a little loose.
You're ready for like a little more like
you're imbibing and vibing.
Yeah, you might laugh more at the cringier parts of it, like the the jizz in your pants.
You might like just kind of like like this is funny.
So you only need one drink to enjoy this movie. I honestly think it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie.
I was gonna say okay, cool beans. I was gonna say half a cocktail.
Ooh,
because you'll just finish the rest of it when it's over.
Okay,
you're sipping through the movie.
Okay,
you're sipping through the movie.
Okay, I respect it.
It's just enjoyable on its own. It's to me it's just, but I also like goofy movies like that. Like just funny.
Yeah.
Wholehearted movies.
Yeah.
Also, you were saying if you had that drink, I think you might. So we saw a few mistakes in the background, and I was dying on the mistakes, but I bet it'd be even more hilarious if I was a little tipsy.
Yeah.
Like the dude what was he doing? He was just like metal hands.
Yeah, he was doing the in the background. They were like filming for a news segment, excuse me. And this dude in the background's just like throwing up the metal hand devil horns.
Throwing up the irons.
And he's just like, vibing in the background to this movie.
Just like no one caught that guy in fucking editing. He just hanging
like throws it out.
He's just like, what up? And then there's the guy at the funeral who just like started laughing at Damon Wayans crying. Remember? And he like couldn't keep a straight face.
Yeah.
He was just like off to the side and he like couldn't keep a straight face. And then he like finally pulled it together.
Yeah. I feel like things like that, you're right. Like a one cocktail or a half a cocktail would have been
you just like, gonna have a good fun.
Yeah, just like laugh.
Get a little ruckus going.
There is one thing I do want to say about this movie, and it's very important to me that I say this. Mm-hmm. If you guys watch it, at the McDonald's scene,
I know
there is a woman who appears for all of like 4 seconds. And she's like
10 seconds, maybe 15.
Maybe 10 or 15 seconds. She's like ordering when David Alan Grier's character is like, hey man, we've got to like save our grandmother. Yeah. And he's like trying to convince him. If you look like that girl, please DM us or DM me specifically. I think I found my dream woman. And
so what if the actress that plays the actual actress?
I would please. Yes. Thank you.
This movie came out 30 years ago.
I'd be like, maybe she's looks the same. She just has she sends me a picture and it's signed.
She's like, here you go, bud. Oh, if she gave you a signed picture, slap that on the wall right here. That'd be
Heck
sick.
yeah. Heck yeah.
I don't even know who you are, but you signed a paper for me and I'm for it.
It's very important to me that I say that though. This if you look like this woman, maybe I'll crop a picture of it and I'll just post it on the Instagram and be like,
this is if seen fine.
Yeah, if seen found, DM Christopher.
If seen fine. If seen call.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
If found call. Yeah.
Wow.
If seen call. I think if seen call works also.
If you seen whatever.
All right.
So any final thoughts?
Final thought, just go ahead and watch it. We actually really liked it. It's not like a joke that we like it.
A short little synopsis. I guess it's a little late for a synopsis.
Yeah, it's a little late for a synopsis, but it's a good movie about a guy who kind of gets thrust into a position of like, hey, I want to protect my city, and takes on a really corrupt guy.
Well, the city's corrupt.
The city is very corrupt. Yeah,
I don't even know what city this was supposed to be.
Detroit.
Was it Detroit?
Yeah.
And, the mob boss has hands in everything, so it's all corrupt anyway. And that's pretty much what leads to the grandma's demise.
I just want to point out, if I'm wrong, please DM us. I could have sworn it said Detroit on, the subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know where, Detroit-style city.
Yeah. Detroit-esque city.
Oh, dude, no, I got something I want to talk about. The music.
Oh, yeah.
There was did you say, something about Prince?
Yeah, Prince wrote, okay, this is random. Yeah. Prince wrote, apparently, one of the main theme songs. He didn't perform it, but he wrote the song that plays in the background of like a superhero song, kind of wrote the theme song for this.
Like a Blankman theme song, pretty much.
Yeah, I gotta say, the music was kind of, I tried to find the Blankman soundtrack on Spotify because it was funky.
It kind of slapped, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it slapped.
Yeah.
That shit was like 80% personal created songs for the movie.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Some of the lyrics were pretty fucking funny because they're just goofy, but I thought I was very surprised that Prince was fucking credited because I was like, I don't know why would Prince be fucking around with little old Blankman? But, you know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe he's like, I gotta help my boys out. He's a dude.
Yeah,
he's Blankman. You gotta help out.
I gotta say that's a good memory.
I just remember. I was trying to think of other things that we talked about that was kind of cool. Whatever. Yeah. And I was like, that was one because the music was pretty good.
Yeah, the music was definitely really cool.
Yeah, I want to say it's worth the watch.
Yeah,
it's only. I think the problem is it's only on Amazon to rent. It's $4.
$4.
If you can't spend $4, come on.
DM us. No. We will not spot you.
Don't DM us for that. No. But I would. Yeah, it's a fun little.
Yeah.
I keep smacking them up. It's a fun little ride.
Yeah.
It's a fun little ride, and it's got a little wholehearted message.
Good movie.
If you like anything from the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, check it out.
Definitely a good movie. We approve it. If you watch it, let us know what you think.
Yeah,
DM Sofa Pod
on Instagram and Twitter. Gin and Sofa Podcast on both. I think Twitter is official Gin and Sofa Podcast, but whatever.
Whatever.
That didn't come out very well. Whatever. So hit us up there. Let us know if you've seen it. If you haven't, why haven't you?
Yeah.
And let us know how many cocktails you'll drink to watch
to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from you.
All right.
California, we're out. No, look at radio. Any closing remarks on the movie, Chris? Any more radio? Hammer home the reason to see this. Just
go watch it. It's a really good movie. It holds up really well. It's funny, and it's really lighthearted. So it's you don't have to think too much. Just turn off your brain, watch it. Yeah. It's lowbrow, but it's lowbrow intentionally. So it's
which is what I like.
Yeah,
when they try to make a highbrow and it just hits low.
Yeah,
and you're like, man, come on, bro.
Almost like lowbrow satire, kind of like you were saying, where it's it kind of points makes.
So I would say honestly, if you, so it's way more popular. But if you see Major Pain,
oh yeah,
you will like this.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
for fans of Major Pain.
Yeah, fans of Major Pain, don't you dare forget. Go see the movie.
Yeah. All right, degenerates. That's about all the time we have to discuss why the Wayans family fucking rules.
If you guys want to give us suggestions on the next movie we should review and the drink that accompanies it, hit us up on Instagram and Twitter at Genesofa Podcast. We're also on Buzzsprout. We also have our own website.
Yeah.
So no excuses.
No excuse. Just follow us.
Just follow us. I'm tired of saying it. All right. Genesofa out.